branches the union legislature. The legislative branch of the union government is called the parliament. Parliament means which consists the president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is also known as the House of People and Rajya Sabha is known as the Council of States. The president. First of all, we're going to discuss the president. Making the president a part of the parliament is in the conformity with the principles and traditions of the parliamentary form of government. He addresses the parliament every year at the commencement of the first session and after each general election to the Lok Sabha. He summons the sessions of parliament and can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the advice of the Council of Ministers. He can also call a joint session of Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. It means the president is a part of the parliament. He is making the principles and traditions of the parliament in the form of government. The president is calling the all meetings of the Lok Sabha, and sometimes he can call to joint session of the both Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. He is making the arranging the general elections of Lok Sabha with the advice of Council of Minister. Next is the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the people's representative body. It is also known as the House of People or the lower house. The members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people of India. Members of Lok Sabha are elected by the people of India through the elections. The Lok Sabha can have maximum of 552 members. The usual term of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. It means the members of Lok Sabha elected for the 5 years. However, it can be dissolved earlier by the president. If president need to dissolve the members, then it can. During an emergency, its term can be extended for a period of 1 year. The usual term of Lok Sabha is only 5 years. But if an emergency, it can be extended for the 1 year more. Next is the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. The Rajya Sabha cannot have more than 250 members, of which the Rajya Sabha having only 250 members, from which 12 are nominated by the president and the remainder 230 are representatives of the states and union tertiaries elected by the method of indirect election. It means in the Rajya Sabha total members are 250 but 12 are nominated by the president, and those 12 members are elected from the special fields, particular fields like in the science, technology, in the sociology, arts, studies. These 12 are elected for special categories, and other 238 members are elected by the members of the legislative assembly. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent body. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected for a term of 6 years. The Lok Sabha members of Lok Sabha elected for 5 years, but members of Rajya Sabha elected for 6 years. But 1/3 of its members retire on the expiry of every second year. Means after 2 years, the 1/3 members retire and it can elect again. It means that there is an election of 1/3 of the members of the Rajya Sabha at the beginning of every third year. Next is the functions of parliament. Parliament is a lawmaking body, means the laws are making by the parliament. It makes laws on the subjects mentioned in the union list and the concurrent list. Union list are those subjects are mentioned in the union list which are referred with which are concerned with any matters without financially, and concurrent list, and in these lists those subjects are mentioned which are mentioned in the both parliament and the state legislature. An ordinary bill can be introduced in any of the two houses. Once a bill is passed by both the houses, both houses means the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. It is sent to the president for his assent, after which it becomes an act or a law. It means any bill passed, firstly it passed by both houses, it passed by the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, then it's sent to the president. If the president gives his permission, then it becomes an act. Next, third branch is the judiciary organization. It means this related with the justice. Our constitution provides double system of executive and legislature at the union and state levels, but there is a single integrated system of courts for the union as well as states. Means constitution providing these judicial organization at the both levels is union and state, but it provide a single integrated system also for the court of the courts as the for the union as well as the states. It administers both union and state laws, and at the head of the entire system is the Supreme Court of India, which integrated system of court is there, that is the Supreme Court. And below the Supreme Court stand the high courts of the different states, means the different state having the different high court. Under each high court there are subordinate courts. Subordinate courts are we can say the courts which are at the district level. Functions of judiciary. The functions of judiciary include settlement of disputes between people and states, between states and between the union government and states. Means the main functions of judiciary is to solve the disputes which are in between the peoples or the peoples and states, people and states, or between the states and the union government. So these all disputes are solved by the judiciary, because judiciary is related with the justice. So this chapter is completed.